let's talk about this article from our friends at Loudwire. Rock and metal lyrics that didn't age all that well. I can see we've got some Mushroom Head, we've got some Guns N' Roses, we've got some Aerosmith, we've got the Deftones, and then we've got this guy in the middle doing a YouTube face. I don't know who he is. Maybe that's the guy that wrote this article. I don't know. But we've got the bearded YouTube man in the middle, glaring, doing this, disapprovingly looking at me. So we'll see what is on the list. And as always, make sure you support our friends at Loudwire because they make all this great content so that I can react to it and I can be the bottom feeder for Loudwire. So let's check it out here. The NFL playoffs are here, and I'm teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the NFL, who is kicking things off with a huge offer. Throughout the playoffs, all new players will get $200 in bonus bets instantly when they place their first $5 wager on anything. So get in on the action this weekend by downloading the DraftKings app, and don't forget to use my promo code FINN. That's right, new customers who bet just $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Wondering what you can use those $200 in bonus bets on? Combine multiple bets from the same game together for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if you're already signed up for DraftKings like me, you can get a no sweat bet. Get a bonus bet back if your same game parlay or SGPX bet doesn't hit, and note that max reward limits do apply. And if sports betting is not yet available in your area, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the chance to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code FINN, F-I-N-N, and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That is promo code FINN, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. The first one is, oh, I like this. I like how they've labeled the genre here. The first one is the Beatles, parentheses, rock. Okay, good. I wasn't sure what genre the Beatles were. So the song is Run for Your Life. The lyrics are, well, I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Hide your head in the sand, little girl. Catch you with another man. That's the end, girl. Wow, I gotta hear this song. Those are like Nickelback lyrics. Wow, interesting. I did not know that. I gotta hear this. Let's see. Let's hear this. He's running for his life through the streets of London. Yay! You better run for your life if you can, little girl. Run for your life if you can, little girl. Ooh, what an upbeat, happy song. This is where he's in the phone booth threatening her. He's like, I know where you live. I've been watching you all night. I watched you sleep last night. I'll slit your throat in your sleep, little girl. Keep you chained to the radiator, little girl. Yeah, this is like the part in Taken where he threatens the kidnappers. You know, he's like, I have a very particular set of skills, you know, and I'll make you sorry if you harm a hair on her head. Yeah, wow. Honestly, I had no idea that the Beatles had songs like this. Then again, this is the band that brought us one of my favorite memes of all time. Rap, more like crap. Music was better when John Lennon was beating his wife. So there is that. John Lennon admitted to hitting women in an interview right before he died. His first wife, Cynthia Lennon, opened up about his physical abuse, and the musician admitted that he was a hitter during an interview that took place just 2 days before his death. I used to be cruel to my woman. I beat her and kept her apart from the things that she loved. I was a hitter. I couldn't express myself and I hit. Oof. Wow, that got dark. Wow. Okay, well, that definitely did not age well. We just went deep down the troubling well of the Beatles there. Wow, I honestly don't think I'll ever be able to listen to the Beatles again. Who knew? That got dark. All right, well, next up we have Emmure, parentheses, metal, their song Drug Dealer Friend. Okay, well, listen, this is one that I could not disagree with more. You guys know how much I love this song. Drug Dealer Friend by Emmure. You guys know this one. Yeah, this is aged like fine wine. Yeah, I don't really see what aged poorly about this. All he's saying is that he knows that this girl enjoys, you know, performing oral. And he's saying, I would enjoy watching you do something that you like. He says, I know you love it. And as someone who is your friend, I enjoy watching you do things that you take pleasure in. That's all. That's right. Karaoke night with the boys, and this song is at the top of everyone's list. I don't know. I guess, you know, maybe there's something I don't understand. But as far as this not aging well, all I can say is, how about this? Metal is a lot less popular than it was when this came out. When was the last time you heard a metal song about dicks? Huh? It's been a while. I'm just saying, maybe if there were more metal songs about dicks, maybe the genre would be a little bit more popular. That's all I'm saying. Gonna have to disagree with you on that one, Loudwire. I'm sorry. Okay, REM, parentheses, rock. God, I gotta say, Michael Stipe is one of the most smug-looking people on earth. I don't know why, just everything about him just kind of irritates me. I don't know why. I'm just like... Why is he dressed like a character from like a Wes Anderson movie, you know? He's like the insightful bellhop at some like magical hotel that they go stay at in the Swiss Alps or something, you know, and the main character is trying to find himself, and so he goes to stay at this hotel in the Swiss Alps, and the bellhop just always happens to appear and say some sort of like really insightful, profound thing that just makes him look at life differently. I don't know. That's what he looks like to me. The song is Star 69. The lyrics is, I know you called, I know you hung up on my line, Star 69. Yeah, so here's why they're saying that it didn't age well. Let's hear the song. Sounds like a local band. Whew. This is rough. Doesn't this sound like the band that would play at some like crappy dive bar? You go to the dive bar just because they happen to have really good quesadillas, and you go there at like 6 p.m. after work. You just want to like chill out, you know, like eat a quesadilla, look at your phone, and, you know, chat with your friends or something. But then this band starts playing. You're like, oh, fuck. Oh, God, do you have to have music? Like, Jesus Christ, it's 6 p.m. Can I just eat my goddamn quesadilla in peace? Oh, and then you feel like you have to like rush through your quesadilla. Yeah, no one's even watching the band. It's like, you know, just like their two girlfriends, they're sort of feigning interest. So the reason that they're saying this did not hold up, that these didn't age well, is not because it's creepy, but because if you remember back in the day, Star 69, if somebody called you, you could press Star 69 on the phone and it would immediately call them back. But I don't think that works anymore. So just kind of a dated reference. This is from 1994. So nothing creepy or weird or anything like that. Just a reference to another time, you know, where anybody under the age of like 40 will listen to this and be like, what the hell does Star 69 mean? Next one, Papa Roach, Last Resort. I don't know about this. It says this song isn't problematic. On the contrary, it's helped listeners by shedding light on its topic. Rather, it's here simply because of how sensitive people have become to blunt and descriptive discussions and portrayals of suicide compared to 20 plus years ago. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think people are actually more comfortable talking about this stuff now than they were 20 years ago. If anything, like these days, I feel like it might be kind of cool, you know, to talk about this stuff now compared to 20 years ago when it definitely wasn't. So yeah, I don't agree with this one. I think this song has actually aged quite well. I feel like it was sort of, if anything, it was ahead of its time in terms of his willingness to, you know, to talk openly about that sort of thing. I have a couple others also that I wanted to mention. This is my personal favorite Deftones song, 7 Words. Do you guys know this one by the Deftones? Do you guys know this song? So, this is not even the part that's cringe where he says, suck it, bitch. This is not even it. Squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig. Hell yeah. Here's the part I like. Wait, what? Wait, I mean, they know that's what's coming. What? What word did he say? Interesting. What I want to know is, do they play this song now? And does he say the word? I hope he says the word live. Now, imagine, I want to see them play this song at Sick New World or something, and every 34-year-old millennial is like just shouting that song. They're like, oh, this is my moment. This is when I get to say the word. I get to say the word. Chino said the word. So that means I can say the word too, right? Like how Quentin Tarantino in every one of his movies, he writes in a character that he gets to play who always gets to say that word like 42 times in every movie. I feel like that's what it would be if they played it live. Not on this list, but it made me think of that. Dire Straits, parentheses, rock, Money for Nothing. I'm not going to say this one. You guys may remember this song. I remember I was like 7 or something when this came out. I thought this video was so fucking cool when I was a kid. These are, just so you know, when I was a kid, this was like mind-blowingly advanced 3D graphics. Like, you're like, holy shit, computers can do this? Holy fuck, we're in the future. That's what this looked like at the time. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, what if like you could play a video game that looked like this someday? Wouldn't that be just, dude, that would be wild if someday like computer games actually looked like this. This video is really cool though. This is the kind of shit my adopted dad listens to and I can't stand it. Is there anything more like adopted dad than Dire Straits? Like, they might be the ultimate adopted dad band. That's his own hair. Now, I remember when I was, I don't know, I was like 7 or 8 or something when this song came out. And we all thought this was so funny because this was the 80s. Back when you could just casually say the F word and nobody cared. Like, I don't know, I was in 2nd grade or 3rd grade or something. If you were in school, you could just like scream that word at somebody in class and the teacher would be like, hey, don't call him that. And that's it. It would be like calling somebody like dumb now or something. Like nobody, it was just like totally like a non-issue to use that word back then. Now, to be fair, yes, in his defense, he was quoting an overheard conversation with some blue-collar dudes. They were the inspiration for the song. Yes, that's right. So he's speaking in character in this song. But, you know, a lot of people obviously didn't love hearing that word for understandable reasons, I think. If it was me, being that this was their most popular song and this was going to be like a big single, I would say maybe I would have picked a different word. Maybe you didn't need to like directly quote that ignorant TV delivery guy. I don't know, but that's just me. I would have picked a different word than that one. But it was the 80s, you know, it was the 80s. Okay, next up, Deftones, parentheses, metal. Uh-oh. Don't tell their fans that you called the Deftones new metal. This is the song Minus Blindfold. Lyrics are grab my blue backpack, my Walkman, grip my bicycle. So yeah, this is like another example of just like dated technology. But I don't know. I feel like Walkman now is old enough that it's like retro. You know, so I feel like that one's okay. Yeah, I feel like that's okay. Okay, here's a doozy. Winger, parentheses, rock. The song is 17. These definitely didn't hold up very well. The thing that's tough about this song is the song is fucking great. I wish it wasn't. The song is fucking so goddamn good, and I wish it wasn't. Have you listened to this song recently, though? Just like on a musical level, it's so good. These guys were such good musicians. Ooh, I like how he makes eye contact with me like that. Okay, so he caught her eye and it was love at first sight. All right, no problem. So far, I'm on board. No issues here. So the guy fell in love. What's the big deal? I don't see a problem. Uh-oh. They've tried to sort of play this off over the years as like, well, we didn't know what we were saying, you know, but it's like daddy said she's too young, but she's old enough for me. But you know, it was a different time. Ted Nugent has that song Jailbait. Kiss has Christine 16. Yeah, and Ringo Starr had You're 15, You're Beautiful in Your Mind. It's just it was a different time. There was like this whole like subgenre of 70s and 80s rock songs about being in love with girls who are in high school. It's interesting, and nobody thought anything about it. I was in like 6th or 7th grade when this song came out, and it was super popular. I don't remember thinking anything of it at all, or any of those songs. Like, you know, you would sing along to those songs, adults would, and everyone's just like, you know, yeah. Did not age well. Okay, next up, oh, here we go. This is a good one. Asking Alexandria, parentheses, metal. Again, don't let anybody know that you called Asking Alexandria metal, but I like it. The song is Not the American Average. This is a good one because, you know, this whole era of MySpace metalcore had so many lyrics that are basically like, you're a slut and I hate you and I'm going to kill you, but first let me touch your boobies, which is exactly what this song is about. Let's check it out.
I knew when I first saw you, you would fuck like a...
Here we go. I knew when I first saw you that you would F like a whore. How do you know that? How do you know? What a catchy chorus. The really, like, sort of weird thing about this is, like, these lyrics are obviously cringe enough on their own, but the thing that was, like, really awkward about this stuff is their fans were, like, 14, you know? Like, 14-year-old girls. A little weird. Yeah, imagine writing that in your lyric book. It's one thing to write these lyrics in the first place, but then to, like, go out and sing this song to a bunch of, like, girls, you know, who are in 9th grade with their parents standing in the back of the room watching, you know, waiting to take them home. So like, okay, honey, I told you we got to leave by 9 o'clock, but daddy, they don't even start until 8:30. And he's like, I don't care. You've got soccer in the morning. We're not staying out late tonight. And plus I have an important call. So we're leaving at 9:01 p.m. whether they're done or not. You know, that's sort of what an Asking Alexandria show would have been at the time this came out. And then he's screaming at the audience of 8th graders, calling them fucking whores. A little weird. And of course their merch, right? I've talked about this before, but they had some really incredible merch back in the day. They had a lot of shirts that involved this. Like, we've got get on your fucking knees. And then just in case you didn't know what they meant, there's this one here says get on your knees. And there's like this weird, terrible drawing of a girl, like, you know, on her knees administering a BJ. Just in case you weren't sure. Well, why would you want her to get on her knees? Oh, that's why? Oh, that's naughty. And then this is my favorite, is then they have another one, get off your knees. What do you want? Do you want me to get on my knees? Do you want me to get off my knees? If so, like, what order do I get on my knees? Then get, like, I don't know. I'm just confused. Yeah, and it's a junior size shirt. Yeah, I'm just confused. That's all. And I just feel like I'm getting a lot of mixed messages, and frankly, I've had enough. Next up, Bare Naked Ladies, parentheses, rock. A bunch of Gen X references, like watching X-Files, like Harrison Ford, I'm getting frantic, like Sting, I'm tantric, gotta get in tune with Sailor Moon, because that cartoon has got the boom anime babes. I was gonna say, the reason why it didn't age so well is because they made a bunch of like really dated references to like 90s pop culture, but really the objectionable part here is that they talked about Sailor Moon having being an anime babe. Isn't she in like 9th grade or something like that? That's up in Canada. That's how they roll up in Canada. Jerkin to Sailor Moon. That's what they do. Okay. Faith No More, parentheses, metal. Interesting. I don't know this song. Washington Boulevard, eastbound 33. Can I get a transfer man? 95 cents. Fuck you. I'll skate to the beach. I don't know this song, but I guess they're talking about bus transfers. And like it says here, adjusted for inflation, that'd be $2.50. I feel like that's not so bad. Here's what I would like. I do think that they should adjust songs for inflation, right? They should re-record songs. And instead of being, you know, correcting any problematic lyrics, I think they should adjust the lyrics for inflation. Okay, we've got Aerosmith, parentheses, rock. Dude Looks Like a Lady. This was a very, very, very popular song back in the day. And the whole song is basically just like, LOL, this guy is dressed like a girl. Isn't that hilarious? That's the whole song. Like all the 90s teen movies where like the punchline is, ha ha ha, you're gay. This is basically the same thing. Even though the whole band dresses like women, it's true. God, I always fucking hated Aerosmith so much. There's a lot of soak on this stage. Now, what is more adopted dad rock? Aerosmith or Dire Straits? I feel like it's one or the other. One of these two is the ultimate adopted dad rock. Now, this song obviously didn't age well, but I'll tell you what really didn't age well is when he adopted a 16-year-old girl so that he could marry her, and then he got her pregnant. This happened. He's admitted to it. He's talked about it. He wrote about it. Like, this is all real. So, nothing about Aerosmith aged well. Nothing about Steven Tyler aged well. Let's just say, not a great person. Not a great guy. So I don't feel too bad about making fun of him. Okay. Mushroom Head, parentheses, metal. I don't think this song, It's Up to Me had Free Charles Manson. No big deal. Arrows. I have no idea who Arrows is. Rage Against the Machine, Guerrilla Radio. Talking about Al Gore. A little bit dated, but not that big of a deal. Marilyn Manson, new model number 15. Oh, look, you're like a VCR. Stick something in to know just who you are. Obviously the part about the VCR didn't age very well, just being like dated technology, but maybe the fact that Marilyn Manson has been accused of doing so many creepy things and then writes a song about stick something in to know just who you are. That part to me maybe is the more objectionable part than mentioning a VCR. Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Power of Equality, when he says, I've got tapes, I've got CDs, I've got my Public Enemy. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a dated reference, but I'll tell you what did not age nearly so well. What's maybe worse, the time that he kidnapped a 14-year-old girl, took her across state lines, and then after he found out that she was 14 years old, he said, oh shit, I've got to take you back to your parents, but let's have sex one more time before I take you back to your parents. And he wrote about this in his autobiography. So if he wrote about this in his book, like, God knows what kind of dirt he's done, that he didn't write about. He's like, well, I don't want to write about any of the really bad stuff I did in the book. I'll just put in this story about the time I kidnapped an 8th grader, and nobody will get upset about that. That won't be too big of a deal. I'll leave all the bad stuff out. Imagine writing that and thinking, yeah, that's good, I'll publish that. Exactly. And all the people involved with the book are like, oh, Anthony, you're so edgy, and you had such a wild life. Yeah, I'm totally cool with being listed as the co-author of this book. Not a problem. Full steam ahead. Well, so there it is, people. Rock and metal lyrics that did not age all that well. Make sure you go check this out at our friends at Loudwire. Why would you want her to get on her knees? Oh,